But remember, not all pointers have anything to do with lifetime. In C++, we use pointers just to give us access to things so that I can get a setting or a property from a parent or a container. I'm not going to delete that parent or container when I go out of scope, and I don't even expect that I care, that it will always be in scope when I'm in scope, by definition, by construction. Many people feel, okay, well, then I'm going to use a raw pointer, and that's not always wrong. But if the thing that contains you or owns you or that you need to observe in whatever way is itself in a shared pointer, then when you are given access to this thing, you should be given access to it in the form of a weak pointer. And weak pointers go with shared pointers, and they help to break cycles. So, for example, if your container had shared pointers to the things that it contained, and then they somehow wanted to have shared pointers back, how would you ever be able to destruct things, since nobody would ever go out of scope, the last one? So with a weak pointer, the dependent object can ask the weak pointer whether or not it's still valid, and assuming it is, it can dereference it and gain access to member functions and whatnot of the pointee, but it doesn't keep it alive. It doesn't cause it to die by letting go of its weak pointer, and it doesn't keep it alive by still having its weak pointer. Whoever constructed that parent and gave you access to it can give you a weak pointer that you can use to get hold of it. Now, weak pointers only come from shared pointers, and if the thing isn't in a shared pointer, then that's not an option. So if the thing is in a unique pointer, you can get a raw pointer. So whoever put it in the unique pointer can ask the unique pointer for a raw pointer and give it to you. They should do this only knowing that it's okay, that you aren't going to use it to control lifetime. If I hand you a pointer and you call delete on it, a lot of really nasty, horrible chaos will happen. Whoever has the unique pointer can test the unique pointer before calling get, and that way they won't hand you an invalid one or a null one. What if the real object is sitting on the stack somewhere in local scope? It's not on the free store. Nobody has a pointer to it. Well, you can take its address. Or if the real object is the one who's calling and creating you, they have their this pointer, they can give you either their this, or code can give you something by taking the address of something else, and you can just use that pointer again only for observation. You can check to see if it's a null pointer or not, but somebody might have forgotten to set it to null before you got hold of it, so you can't be completely sure that it's valid. You have to use these pointers with care, but it is possible. So don't blindly put everything in a smart pointer. There is overhead to smart pointers. When you're using a pointer and taking responsibility for lifetime and saying, when I'm done, I have to call delete with this pointer, oh, no, please use a smart pointer. But when you're just using a pointer to observe, and when you know because of the architecture of the application that if you're alive, the thing you're pointing to must be alive, items in an order, how can they exist without having a valid pointer to their order that they're contained in? Or benefit plan for a specific employee, how can it exist without having a valid pointer to the employee that they're for? They really can't. And so they can safely dereference those pointers and access things like the order date or the employee name. There's no lifetime consequence, and a raw pointer can very much be the right choice under those circumstances.